Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. How are we all doing? I hope everyone's doing good. Um, wow, wow. We got a load of chat about today. I'm going to give my final thoughts on everything because people have been coming for me on Twitter, so I'm going to just say how it is right now. But before we start the show, guys, don't forget to go and smash the likes. We got already 52 people in the house, so. Make sure you're hitting that like button, guys. I would appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well and sharing the video as well. But big up to everyone in the chat. I hope you had a great weekend. And if you do celebrate the Easter holidays, I'm hoping you're enjoying your Good Friday, going into Easter Saturday, going into the Premier League football, guys. Back. So, yeah, lots to look forward to. Guys. Big up to everyone in chat, though. You're all great. As usual, love you all. Yeah, it's an interesting time. Look, we're going to talk about. I'm going to give my final thoughts on this Xabi Alonso situation, this Zerbi and Ruben Amorim situation, and yeah, I'm going to give you a name as well that's being cropped up at the moment, an unnamed manager that's not been spoke about that could be getting a Liverpool job as well, and also we'll have a look ahead to Liverpool and Brighton. But yeah, I hope you're all doing good, guys. Again, smash the likes. And I think I might have K-Mac joining us in a bit as well. He's got the link, so he knows to join if he wants. But big up to everyone. Don't forget hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. We've got everyone watching from YouTube and Twitter tonight, or X, or whatever the bloody hell you want to call that thing these days. Big up to my man Mo from over there. Big up, man. Hope you're doing well. Andre's been crazy on Twitter today. Yeah, Twitter's been mad, you know. Liverpool space on Twitter's been mad today. Big up Michael in the chat as always. Big up Bruno in the chat as well. Liverpool vibes, breaking news today before the hammy. No longer in running. Big up Fozzie, my man. Hope you're doing well. Zerbi in. We're going to talk about the Zerbi stuff. Yeah, we need to chat about all this sort of things, guys. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like, smash the subscribe. You know what to do, guys. Let's get the channel flowing and going. That's what I'm saying now, flowing and going. Big up Skip too, Jamie with the fresh trim. Yeah, I ain't had a haircut since Christmas. I think. Yeah, might be right. I literally don't think I've had a haircut since Christmas. Yeah, so yeah. I needed to get it cut off, man. So yeah, all yeah, looking, yeah, there you go. Whee! Tidier. Harim football, man. Amorim's football is limited. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk about. It's going to be a good day, man. It's going to be a good evening. It's going to be a good show. Big up, man. Appreciate it. Big up Colin in chat as well. Big up Dustin in chat. Connor the Red as well. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Look, so let's start with Alonso stuff. Yeah, look, we did the video late last night as well, talking about Xabi Alonso. With that breaking news that Paul Joyce put out yesterday night now, saying that Liverpool are moving on from Alonso because he wants to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, we chatted about it, we spoke about it, we debated about it, and obviously, 24 hours are gone now. We know more about the story now. We've actually heard from Xabi Alonso himself, who's now gone on record, has said he wants to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. He's committed to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. So we've heard it from the horse's mouth. I've heard a lot of dross on Twitter today. Oh, it's FSG's fault. It's this one's fault. It's that one's fault. It's no one's fault. Let's get this right. Let's get this straight from the off. It's no one's fault that Alonso doesn't want to join Liverpool. He's also not joining Bayern Munich either, by the way, guys. So he's staying at Bayer Leverkusen. So it's no one's fault, man. He don't want to join. Liverpool got to move on, and that's what they're doing. But before we carry on, man like Jay's birthday, 40 today, joined the 40 club. Welcome. Welcome to the 40 Club. It's a nice club over here. You know, you feel like a grown-up now, but I know what you mean, though. Man like Jave, man. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Just joined the 40 Club. Can we get some happy birthday in the chat, guys, please? Can we get some happy birthday for my man here in the chat? That's wishing that birthday. Come on, guys. Big up promo in the house. Just where I really don't know how people can blame FSG. Love. Yeah, look, there's a lot of things we can blame FSG for stuff, right? This is the one thing they're literally blameless on. Alonso's made his own choice, man. I think there is. There probably is. There probably is. Hannah in the chat. Hey, then Hannah. I hope you're doing well. Big up, Jay. What's your predictions for City versus Arsenal? Cool. I would hope it's a draw, Hannah. Personally, it's going to be an exciting game. I'm going to watch us beat Brighton, and then I'm going to sit back with a drink and maybe a cheeky Easter egg. It is Easter after all. You're never old. You're never too old for an Easter egg. And watch hopefully an exciting game of football that ends in a 2-2 draw, and I'll be quite happy with it. But big up, Anna. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Big up, yeah. Let's get the birthdays in, man. Let's get the birthdays in. We're the community over here. You see, we're the community over here. Let's get him up, man. It's the 40 Club. The man's part of us now. Daz, make sure you're here next Saturday, Daz. I know it's WrestleMania, but make sure you're here next Saturday before we, I want to wish you a happy birthday, man. I want to wish you a happy birthday next week, so make sure you're here. Big up Gory in the chat as well. But look, the Alonso situation is what it is. We've heard from the horse's mouth. He wants to stay at Bayer Leverkusen, and good luck to him as well. Good luck to him. I believe I said it a few weeks ago on the video that there's a good chance that Alonso will. What is it? I actually said a few videos ago, guys. I said this a few videos ago that Alonso might want to stay at Bayer Leverkusen to keep a stranglehold on that German title. If he wins the league this year, he might be looking at it and thinking, I can go again the year after. And no one's done that since Jurgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund almost 10 years ago. So that's what he might be thinking as well. So I don't blame him for going. But this is what I do say. And I've had my say on Twitter about this, and I'm going to say this now. I don't completely believe everything Xabi Alonso said today at his press conference. And what I mean by that is he's committed to Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, I get that. It's his club, and he should be committed to his club. But he's committed them for another year. Now, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I personally think Xabi Alonso wants the Real Madrid job. And at this moment in time, Carlo Ancelotti has signed a contract till the 25-26 season. And Alonso will be able to join in the 25-26 season. So I personally feel like it's the Real Madrid job he wants. He's being very polite about it. He's not just going out there and going, look, guys, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, you're great clubs. But he's just being political about his answers. And personally, I feel that's what he means by it. He wants a Real Madrid job. And I don't blame him. Look, he said it himself, he's got a respect for Liverpool and Bayern Munich because they're two teams he played for, two ginormous sides that he played for. And but this affinity that we think he's got with Liverpool, I think is more of us having an affinity with him. You know, us Liverpool fans, we're emotional. We can all admit it. We're quite emotionally driven fans. We're quite an emotionally driven football club. That's always been a precedent with our football club as us fans. You know, the tragedies we've gone through, the highs we've gone through, the lows we've gone through. We're quite an emotional club and an emotional fan base. And we have an emotional attachment, especially to our legends. Yeah, we always have done, always will do. And I think I think we have that emotional attachment to Xabi Alonso. And I think that emotional attachment is more with us towards Xabi Alonso. That's why there was such an outpouring from the Liverpool fan base to have Xabi Alonso as our new manager. You know, if you look at Xabi Alonso as a manager, he's been in the job, 18 months? That's his only professional job as a first-team manager for 18 months. But because of who he is and how well he's doing, and we have that emotional affectionate with him, we want him desperately to be our manager. You know, he's the one. Jurgen Klopp's leaving. The legend's leaving. You can't replace him. But who's the best one to replace him with? It's Xabi Alonso. And I've said it myself on this channel numerous times. I want Xabi Alonso. And I wanted Xabi Alonso because of that emotional attachment. I wanted Xabi Alonso because he is a Liverpool player, former Liverpool player. He's also understands the football club. He understands the people. He understands the city. He hasn't got to learn about it. He's also played under some world-class elite managers in his career. He's also a winner, has won everything. So that's why I wanted Xabi Alonso, because I've got that. I am torn towards him. And I think a lot of other fans, Liverpool fans, are torn towards him in exactly the same way. And now he's not coming. I just see I see something different online at the moment that just drives me a little bit mad. But before I get into that, let's just get my man K-Mac in the house. My man, how you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, mate. Big up, mate. Like the headphones.
Oh yeah. I just my speaker on my computer's not the greatest. And I thought instead of buying extra speakers and having plastic, I'd just get headphones. It's cheaper.
I do that as well, but I get shouted at because it's really loud.
Yeah. So I'll just get the headphones.
Really loud.
I'll just get the headphones. Big up to everyone in chat. Yeah, I respect Alonso for taking his contract. And as I said a few videos ago, I even said, I think came out might be on the channel, that there was a possibility that he would stay at Leverkusen because of that. Mo says, I agree with you. That's his dream job for me. Yeah, I think he wants to be a dream job. That's where he'll go next, in my opinion. Winning the Bundesliga does not necessarily mean that form would translate to the Premier League. Amorim might be a better fit. Who knows? We all were crying when we got Endo over Casado, and look how that turned out. Anna, brilliant. You know,
Amorim's my choice, by the way, my first choice. You know how I feel about that one.
As everyone knows, Endo time since day one, my man. But you're correct. You're correct, Anna, in what you're saying, man. Absolutely correct.
Spot on.
We should blame Rafa. He started his love affair for Madrid all because he wanted Gareth.
Oh God!
It's all Rafa's fault, man. It's all Rafa's fault.
And he also didn't let him go to his kid's birth.
Yeah, exactly. And look, there's no guarantees in football, man. There's no guarantees in football. Could Alonso have been amazing for Liverpool? Yes, he could have. Yeah. But also at the same time, is it a risk? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone we pick at this moment in time will be a little bit of a risk. There's got to be risk involved. Was there a risk employing Jurgen Klopp to become Liverpool manager? Not as high as maybe Alonso, because he's got more of a background and all that. But was it a risk for Borussia Dortmund to hire Jurgen Klopp in the first place? You know, Jurgen Klopp's first job as a manager was at Mainz. Yeah, was at Mainz, around the same age as Xabi. And he promoted Mainz and then got the job at Borussia Dortmund, the second biggest club in Germany. It could have been a risk, but it paid off. With Alonso, it could have been a risk that pays off. Also, Amorim could be a risk, but could also pay off in a massive way as well, which we're going to talk about as well. Mo says it's possible that the date-driven freak Edwards preferred Amorim to Alonso in a way. I said it yesterday. As soon as Edwards came back, as soon as Edwards got the job and came back, all I kept seeing on the media and social media are comments from Liverpool journalists, Ornstein and Fabrizio and all that, was Amorim stuff. Ruben Amorim. Like the Alonso stuff went a bit quiet. There was bits here, bits there, but it was more Ruben Amorim. I don't think it's a shock that Liverpool's target was Xabi, but if you could ask Edwards, who's in charge now, I think he's one's Ruben Amorim. We're going to get to that in a minute. I'll cry if it's De Zerbi. It gives me the Brendan Rodgers vibes, and he's not quite good enough. So let's hope it's Amorim.
I don't disagree. I don't
Let's
disagree.
let's start with De Zerbi.
He gives me Ten Hag vibes.
Let's start with De Zerbi. Right. I think if this was last season, I think De Zerbi might be more thought of because what he did last season. And now we're seeing what De Zerbi's like without certain players in his team. He's struggling a little bit. So is there a bit in De Zerbi where he can't keep a level? You know, even if players leave, he can't keep a level. Plus, this year we've seen his transfers.
Yeah.
And would you say his transfers have been good enough?
No.
Compared to Graham Potter's transfers? You know,
I agree.
Yeah. And I know they work under the same umbrella of the infrastructure at Brighton that was there before as well. But you could argue that Potter's transfers are a lot better. Zerbi's got his players in. He just maybe De Zerbi. Look, also the personality. I know we talk about this a lot about personality in football. I do think there's a thing at Liverpool where you got to have some kind of personality and charisma about you. If we remember Rafa is very cold. Yeah, he was very cold. You know, he wouldn't even give Gerrard a handshake, let alone praise him for anything. He was very often. If you listen to former players that worked under Rafa, they would say the same thing. They didn't know where they stood with him because he was very cold. He was off. The Liverpool fan base has got an affinity with Rafa Benitez because he won us Champions League. So they'll always have an affinity with our football club, rightly so. But I don't think that heartwarming affinity is there like it is for Kenny Dalglish, like it is for Paisley, like it is for Fagan, like it is for Gerard Houllier. Gerard Houllier had abundance of charisma, very likable man. You know, when he passed away, like a lot of you, probably really upset you because he was a gentleman. He was a great guy. You know, he was amusing. He loved the city because I believe he worked here as a professor or a teacher or something like that in the universities when he was growing up. He followed Liverpool as a boy as well because he lived over here when he was young working. So he had that affinity with the city. And because he had that affinity with the city, we took to him very warmly. Rafa, we didn't much. Then you had Roy Hodgson, who his wife don't even take seriously. Then you got and then you got Brendan Rodgers, who thought he was an island. Like Brendan Rodgers thought he was his own island, and everyone who weren't on his island were beneath him. Like, you're small, you're nothing to me, you're nothing to me. And it didn't go over very well. And then you had Jurgen. Yeah, and then you had Jurgen Klopp come in, and he was just like this beacon of light, and this man who seems like he could put all his arms around the whole city and just give them one big cuddle. You know what I mean? So, and De Zerbi's not like that. De Zerbi just seems like a sort of like a mixture between Rodgers and Rafa, if that makes sense. He seems like that kind of. He's very aggressive. His playing style is good. I'm not going to diss his playing style, but I'm going to get the playing style in a bit.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a mercenary.
Yeah. I just don't think he suits that team.
I think what got us with Klopp is he was so much like Kenny.
Yeah, exactly.
He was so much like Kenny. Like, we didn't think we could get another Kenny like so soon. Like, he's the type of guy that you could go for a pint with as a fan. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
and he had me with his press conference anyway. Klopp did. Turn us doubters to believers. Come on.
How
That's
many
just class?
As that press conference is still on YouTube today, the Liverpool channel, YouTube channel. Yeah, it's still on there today. It's like 40 minutes long. I don't know any manager that's come in and done a 40-minute press conference that they've kept up and keeps your attention. And straight away, you're like, wow, I love this guy. I love this guy.
Give me
straight away.
That did.
Yeah,
and he literally said in his press conference that he'd win the league in like 5 years, and he did.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, and he did. I'm the normal one. Yeah, that was his thing, wasn't it? I'm the normal one.
Yeah.
And he was
Love
like a
it.
guy you could go for beer with. I reckon Klopp's one of them geezers that you could go over beer with and talk about anything but football, and you get great conversation. Like he'd want
Yeah.
to sit back and chill and not worry about things, and you can have great conversation about anything about with him, and it'd be cool. With Pep Guardiola, that I don't think you get that. With De Zerbi,
Quickly.
I don't think you get that. I think De Zerbi suits Man City personally.
Yeah, I think De Zerbi's the next Chelsea manager.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that like him though. I've seen a lot of people that like De Zerbi, and
Cal loves him, mate.
yeah, there's a lot of people that like him. There's a lot of
If he's in
people
the
that
chat,
like him.
like you, I know you wax lyrical about him, bud.
A lot of people like him.
I'll tell you what though, chat. If we do get De Zerbi, he'll need a translator because he can't speak English.
He's just.
Do you want that? Do you want a guy that can't speak English?
Well, he could talk English, Rick. So I've heard him speak.
He's got a translator. He has a translator.
Yeah.
With him.
It just there's something
People who
about
rate him in the chat. There's people who rate him in the chat. I can see. Well, I can see other people that don't as well though.
I think De Zerbi I think he's the epitome of Marmite. I literally think he's the epitome of Marmite. You either really rate him or you just don't rattle. I think he's like that. And I actually think he's a decent coach, or even actually a good coach. I'm not going to dismiss what he's done in his career as a manager. You look what he did at Sassuolo. I mean, that's a job and a half he did over there. You know, the job he did at Shakhtar Donetsk. He won the Super Cup with them. Is it their version of the Super Cup, the Ukrainian Super Cup, I believe?
I don't know, mate.
But he's
what
not
did
been
he do with Sassuolo? Did he get them promoted or something? Or
well, there's such a small Italian club, and he got them playing like nice football. He brought through really good players into that squad and that, and some players got international caps from it in the Italian team and things. So he did some good stuff, and I'm not going to dismiss that, but I don't know what it is, guy. I literally don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what
Have
it
you
is
seen
about
that?
him.
Have you seen that comment? Justin Guns.
ChatGPT as a manager for one season.
That'd be amazing, you know.
ChatGPT, yeah, everyone's using that now, aren't they?
Sorry, that's brilliant.
Hannah says Brighton have a fantastic scouting system. Yeah, they do. Look at the quality players they bought in for very little and sold on. Us having Michael Edwards back is massive and fills me with a lot of confidence. I agree. Michael Edwards is he's a massive part of what's going to happen in the next few years. He's won 2 Romanian leagues. Sweet.
Wow.
Hold my beer.
Let's get him then.
No, I'm only joking. It's a trophy at the end of the day, and it's competition that you're winning. So, you know, I think he's a good coach, and I think he could do a good job. I wouldn't be surprised if De Zerbi went to Bayern Munich and did better than Tuchel. But then again, Tuchel's terrible. So
I tell you what, though, mate. The data would be saying that we're going to get Tuchel because every time Klopp leaves, Tuchel arrives.
Yeah, Tuchel goes there. I think Tuchel's
done it twice. Did it at Mainz. Did it at Dortmund.
There's one thing I'm going to talk about here. I'm just going to go off subject a minute about Thomas Tuchel. Yeah.
Go on.
I personally think he's not a very good manager. Right. Personally, I don't think Tommy T's that good a manager, but a man gets big jobs.
I know, and he also wins trophies. By the way,
he wins. I don't think he's ever won a league, has he?
I don't think he's won a league now. Oh, I think he won with Munich last season.
Oh yeah, he won.
But he only had like 4
games. Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, he had like 10 games or whatever it was.
I know.
It's saying, and that was only because Borussia Dortmund bottled it on the last day. I mean, let's face it. And now he's getting smashed by a novice. There's something about him. I don't know. I don't like Tommy Tuchel, but he's favourite for the Barcelona job. It's weird, isn't it? I don't get
it. Is he? What are they looking at him for the Barcelona job?
Yeah. He's one of the favourites.
He's got a CV. He's done PSG, Chelsea, Bayern, Dortmund.
Yeah. He'll probably go Barcelona. He'll probably get the Madrid job in a few years. He'll get jobs, man.
Just get sacked. And keeps on working.
I agree. He's a good cup manager. If you want to win a cup, Tottenham, hear me out. Spurs fans, if you're watching, if you want to start winning cups, FA Cups and League Cups, go and get Tommy Tuchel. He's your man. He's your man. Go and get Tommy T, man.
And we'll have Big Ange.
Yeah. I heard Edwards wanted Endo out before Klopp did. Yep. Maybe sentimentality cost us trophies. Yeah, I mean, remember at the end of last season, James Milner did an interview for Liverpool TV and LFC TV, and he said the boss wanted him to stay, but it was the owners who'd said no and didn't give him a new contract. And before that, Hendo as well. Edwards wanted to move Endo out and get a young Enzo Fernandez in. So that was apparently the plan there.
Or Caicedo.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Or
back
Bruno
then.
Guimaraes. Yeah.
Picture of FSG money scares me to be. I'm with you. Tuchel on his knees, slapping the ground like a 4-year-old. No thanks. And Tuchel,
everyone in the chat will be laughing when we get 100 million next year to sign players.
Yeah, it'd be mad. Tuchel falls out of players as well. Falls out of players, man.
Yeah, he disrupts the dressing room every time.
Oh yeah. I don't know. The Lukaku situation at Chelsea, I don't think he handled that well at all. That would never have happened under Klopp, by the way.
No.
We all trust Edwards, and he will bring us a good manager and he will make him brilliant. Yeah, look, I've got full trust in the club getting this right. I'm going to say that off the bat. I've got full trust on the club making this right. And as I said earlier, the Alonso stuff is what it is. It's done now. It's done. But as I keep saying, it's the emotional attachment that I think us fan base have got to Alonso. I think the attachment we have for Alonso, that emotional attachment we have for him, is more than he has for us.
Yeah,
in my opinion. And he doesn't want the job. Look, it's not every day the hot seat at Liverpool Football Club becomes available. And if he wanted it, we would have gave him everything. Long contracts, good wage, maybe one of the top paid managers in the world. And he would have been at one of the biggest clubs in world football as a manager. It was all there for him. And he turned it down. He doesn't want it. Now, I don't care who you are. If you don't want to take my club on as a manager right now, then I don't want you at the same time. I don't mean to be brutal about it, but that's just the way I feel, That job's there for you. It was crying for you. It was there for you. We're going to do anything to put you in that position. And you don't want it. What do you want? What does everyone want the club to do? Wait around for him. It's not like your husband going in prison for a year and you go, I'll wait for you, love. I'll wait for you. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Yeah. I won't go near anyone else for 12 months. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll wait for you. Yeah, that's not what's going to happen, It's not prison FC over here. You can't wait for people. And he wants to move on. Liverpool need to move on. And they need to move on quick. We ain't got long left of the season, guys. And before we know it, we're going to be on the Euros. The summer will be here. Although you won't know it if you look out your window right now, the weather. But, it's going to be a quick soon enough. And Liverpool need that manager coming in and to get things planned for next season. So I appreciate what Liverpool have done, and I appreciate what Xabi Alonso is doing. But I just don't quite believe him when his press conference when he says about wanting to stay at Bayer Leverkusen.
That's definitely what I want to elaborate on now.
Yeah, if Madrid come calling,
can I talk about that?
If Madrid come calling next year after the year after when Ancelotti leaves, he's going bye Leverkusen, bye.
Yeah, can I talk about that as well? Because look, I mean, look, I've spoken to you in the chat on WhatsApp, and I've said that I believe Alonso signed a 3-year contract with us already, and he's got 2 players already in the bag that he wants. I believe Alonso's the next manager. He's not my choice, by the way. I want Amorim. Like I've always wanted Amorim, because I feel like Amorim is a Xabi Alonso in 4 years' time. So I feel like Xabi Alonso is going to win what Amorim's won in 4 years' time, and we could have Amorim that's already done that. He's got titles. He's got cups. He's a serial cup winner, by the way, Amorim. He's won 2 cups in 3 years. He's won 1 title in 3 years. He's been in quarterfinals of Europa Leagues. You know, he's been there, done that. I think he's ready for the next step. However, what you have to realise, what are FSG the masters of doing? What are the Yanks masters at doing as businesses? They're brilliant at spinning media. Do you really think Alonso's going to come out and say he's going to Liverpool? Do you really think he's going to come out and say that? But he hasn't said he's not, but he hasn't said he is. He's just said, I'm concentrating on this team and what I'm going to do. He can turn around at the end of the season after he's won a double and go, right, thanks everybody. I'm now going to Liverpool. Like, and it's not in the middle of the season. Can you imagine if he turns around and says he's going to Liverpool? His fans are going to go mad. It could derail the season. You know, it makes perfect sense for it to be all played down and for it to be pushed towards he's staying for another year. Anybody can change their mind. Anybody can change their mind. Klopp can change his mind.
Yeah, I don't think.
Do you think if Klopp turned around and said, like, if Xabi Alonso got confirmed, and then Klopp said a week later, you know what, I'm going to stay now.
Yeah,
Klopp
I mean, yeah, Klopp would say. I just don't. I'm going. Look, I think because Liverpool need this manager in so quickly, I'm going to trust that Alonso's definitely staying at Bayer Leverkusen. I personally think he wants the Real Madrid job and he knows what he's doing. So I'm going to give him credit for that. And I don't blame him either. Real Madrid's Real Madrid. It is what it is at the end of the day. He's Spanish. Let's not forget this, man. Alonso's Spanish. You know, he has an affinity with Liverpool and Bayern Munich. Of course he does. But Real Madrid, it's just. But look, managers that Liverpool can get. We spoke about Zerbi, and we're like, nah. Ruben Amorim. Now, I've been stuck. Like, we spoke about him many times on this channel. We always said it's either Alonso or Amorim for both of us when we spoke about it, and a lot of people in the chat. Now it looks like Amorim's the out-and-out favourite. We're learning today as well that he's like his buyout clause went from 30 million yesterday to now 10. in a 24-hour period, we was all told 24 hours ago, oh, Amorim's buyout clause is 30 million. We're never going to go near him. And now today I'm hearing it's anywhere between 10 and 12 million euros. But it's 12, saying like 12, 13 million euros, which is about 10, 11 million quid. That's his buyout clause, which is cheap, right? So we're hearing
that's less than Zerbi's, by the way.
Yeah, it's less than Zerbi's. We're also now hearing that there's a lot of news coming out in the last few hours today that, you know, like Liverpool definitely looks like they're definitely going in for Amorim now, and then now you're hearing talks that Edwards and Amorim popped up on Liverpool's data months ago as the number one choice. And what has me thinking, K-Mac, because we talk about a club like this a lot. What if our club have already know who their man's going to be? And the reason I say this, we got Edwards in and Richard Hughes in, yeah? But before they came in, we were being linked with certain players that I don't think we had been linked with if Edwards and that weren't coming back to the football club, like these young ballers around Europe that you can get for good prices. Could it be weird that we've always known who we're getting?
I mean, for me, we're a data-driven club, and if anybody thinks that Edwards hasn't been around over the last couple of months behind the scenes, then I don't know what you're smoking, because he's definitely been working with FSG before we got the contract done with him. He was over in the US where they were working with his data analytics team, and they were working with his company beforehand, before Christmas. So he's always been there or thereabouts. They've wanted Edwards for a long, long time. And that's probably the reason why we got a temporary director of football in George Smacht. And it would make sense that we already had a manager lined up, or we already had a list of people to carry on after Klopp, because it's now come out through Pep and Linda's doing an interview that Klopp was leaving in the stuff about Klopp was in the summer. Like this is a lot longer than we thought, and it may be even further back than that. We don't know, but it would make sense that straight away they were already looking at managers to follow on from Klopp anyway. And another thing about Amorim as well, Amorim had was also chased by Villa to take over Aston Villa, but they got Unai Emery instead. So he's high up on other teams' lists, and he would have always been on the list, I think, of the top 5. But he would have been there anyway as soon as it was like it was knowledge that Klopp was leaving. And you have to trust the data with Liverpool. You just have to, because we've had so many hits with Edwards using data that it would make sense that we use the data for a manager. And for me, Amorim just ticks all the boxes. Like he really just does. Like,
no, I mean, I'm with you.
that's a glittery background. Cool. Sorry.
I don't know. I just clicked on that for some reason. I did. Before I get to your point there, Kmart, I just want to point to the chat a minute. Let me just talk to the chat a minute. Guys, what is this talk about Trent? Well, let's not put this in the atmosphere, Anna. I'm not going to look at you and blame you, but you might have started this. No, don't put this Trent stuff in the atmosphere, guys. Let's keep it shh. Let's keep it shh. Let's keep
Glasgow Red. Have you seen that? Sorry.
Yeah, agrees with you for once. Yeah, big up.
For once he agrees with me. Big up. Big up, John.
We got to be. I don't want the Trent thing does worry me because he's superb, and the Real Madrid leagues are getting a bit scary for me right now. But
I told you about Trent last year, mate.
Yeah, last year.
Rewatch that show. I told you about Trent go to Real Madrid.
Let's wait. Let's just wait till. Can I just enjoy the end of the season?
Yeah.
Promo. I love your promo. You know I do, man. But just give me till May at least. Promo, please give me till May, and then we'll talk about it. Sorry, Jamie, I'm scared about the future. Me too. Let's talk about it in May. That's just. Put a lid on it just till May, and then we'll chat about it. But yeah, I've got a bad feeling about it as well. I do agree. Yeah, the outlook, the Amorims. Look, Ruben Amorim. I look at the way he plays, the way he sets up. He's quite engaging as a manager as well. I was watching an interview. I've been watching a few press conferences about him, some interviews he's been having. Firstly, he speaks excellent English.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent English, right? He's very charming. Can I say that word? You're allowed to say that word still? I'm not sure. He's very charming. Yeah, charismatic and charming on camera. And he holds your attention when he speaks. This is one thing I will say about Amorim. He does hold your attention when he speaks. And, you know, if you look at his accomplishments, this season, they're... Well, not just this season. A few years he's been in Portugal. Didn't he win the cup with Boa Vista?
Yeah, Braga. He won the cup with Braga.
Sorry, Braga. He won the cup with Braga.
Which in itself
is an amazing achievement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then did he win Sporting's first league title in like 16 years or something?
19
years. So Sporting's first title in 19 years. I believe he's top of the league as we speak right now.
Yeah.
He's won trophies.
He's won two like FA Cups as well.
He's one of these new young coaches out there that he's going to get a big job out there.
He's 39, mate. He's not even 40.
39, man. He's a couple of years older than Adrian. So the club DJ.
He's younger than Pep and Linda's.
Let's get rid of that for a second. Oh my god, what is going on here? Stop pressing things, Jamie.
I'm scared of what's going to come up there.
Yeah. Well, look, when the system he plays quite direct football as well. He's quite direct, yeah. So are Liverpool at times, quite direct. Actually, Liverpool a few years ago were more direct than they are now.
Direct. I think we're better
we've always said that when Liverpool play more direct, quickly, Liverpool are a better team.
Frightening.
Mate, why? Again, I understand the attachment to Xabi, yeah, but he's been 18 months as a first team manager. Yeah, he's probably going to win the German league, yeah. But Ruben Amorim, if you go through the data, the analytics, the research, what we employ everyone at our football club to do, and the way Liverpool is set up, isn't Ruben Amorim actually the obvious choice to be Liverpool manager next season?
100%. Like, for me, he's like a Klopp regen. He's like, he's basically like getting Jurgen Klopp before he went to Dortmund, but with the numbers, like with the cups and the trophies to go with it. Because Klopp, when he went to Dortmund, was in his mid-40s, wasn't he? Was he like 41, 42?
Yeah.
So it's like you got him before that. Honestly, like people need to look at what Amorim's done as well, because Amorim was a baller as well. He won so many titles with Benfica as well. Like, he's got Portuguese caps, so he's also got the player background and the respect to back it up. And another thing which Amorim gives us, which, I mean, it's just perfect for Liverpool. He's a guy that can work with the Moneyball system.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Look at the players that he's regened, that he's got bags of money from. Paulinho, who's the Ugarte, Nunes, like Policia, like I mean, Nunes, who went to PSG. Like, honestly, the list goes on and on.
Yeah,
and he can work with it. He can work perfectly with a director of football.
Yeah, but and if you also look at it, Liverpool have been gaining the Portuguese market a lot in the last few years. You know, Julian Ward, we used to, when Julian Ward was sporting director for that cup of coffee, he went massively in the Portuguese market.
Don't be surprised if Julian Ward comes back at some context of the club as well. By the way,
he went big into the he went big in the Portuguese market.
Big.
And now Liverpool are looking for that guy from Benfica. I don't know what, you can't remember his name. That geezer from Benfica, they're trying to get now and hire him to be part of the staff or board or whatever it is.
Paulo Bento.
Yeah, that's it. So they're looking at him as well from Benfica. So we do go into the Portuguese market quite a bit. So maybe there's that with this Amorim stuff. If the data research and the way the data and the way this football club is run, and we know they want a young manager. That is what they're looking for. They're looking for a young, exciting manager who plays exciting, good football. There ain't many of them around. Amorim, I just think Amorim's been the obvious choice since day one. I think Alonso was the emotional.
I feel the same.
I think Alonso was the emotional choice. I think it was up to FSG. They might have just gone and got Alonso because it's the easy choice. But I think Michael Edwards and that have come into it now and gone, nah, that might have been your choice, but it's not the right choice. And Ruben Amorim's actually the correct choice. But I'll get to more in a minute. I just want to get these couple of super chats and respect the supers. Be out ganging deep in the chat, my man. How much will we drop off by? For me, it'll be a battle for Champions League places, and how long it will take us to get back to competing again. I reckon at least 2 years. It's a good question. I mean, we've got a good squad. I think we can all admit we do have a good squad. there's very good players at our football club that will probably still be there next season. So I don't think we're going to sell that much this season. It's interesting, So Amorim were going up against Arteta. Chelsea, I don't know if Chelsea are going to get much better next season than they are now, to be absolutely fair. Man United, how much better are Man United going to get? Not sure. They got a lot more work to do than we have, in my opinion. Arsenal, how much better can Arsenal get? It all depends how much money they're allowed to spend next summer. They might have to sell some players to just balance out the paperwork there. I don't know. I think we'd be still top four, still a top four team for me.
Can I give you something funny on Almiron as well?
Cool.
Almiron knocked Arsenal out the Europa League last year.
Oh, I know.
By the way, and also, do you remember that Sporting beat Manchester City as well?
Yeah.
He's got a good record against English teams.
Yeah, he's not got the greatest record.
He'll be shit in the Premier League.
He's not got the greatest record in European competition. That's a fair thing to say. But there ain't many Portuguese clubs that do.
No.
In the last 20 years, that do amazingly well in Europe.
They normally get to the quarters, don't they? And then drop out. I'd say the only manager that's really done it is Mourinho when he won the Europa League, not the Europa League, what was it, European Cup, and then what was the other one before it? UEFA Cup and European Cup, back to back. Didn't he do that with Porto?
Yeah. Mourinho did. Yeah, UEFA Cup, Champions League. Yeah. But is it Havard? Havard. Big up to you, man. Barca do not want Thomas Tuchel because of his angry moods. I saw it somewhere. That wouldn't shock me. The man always looks angry. The man looks like he chews a wasp every day. I sat and watched the Bundesliga like a fool for months. I feel right, mug. You're not the only one, Anne. But today, what makes me laugh today, on Twitter, I saw everyone starting to watch the Sporting Lisbon game today. Everyone, most Liverpool fans I know, for some reason, watching the Sporting Lisbon game today. So we've stopped watching Bayer Leverkusen now. We switched on Sporting Lisbon. And I saw it on Twitter today. Loads of people going, Sporting have got 1-0 down there. It's 1-1. Actually, they've won the game. It's like, this is mad. It's just nuts.
Have you got any more super chats there? Because I want to say something.
Go for it.
Okay, listen to this then. Okay, so think about it like this. So you just mentioned that, well, Amarin's the first choice anyway. If you look at data, it just makes perfect sense. So what if Liverpool let the Alonso hype run its course because they'd already sorted out Amorim and they didn't want people knowing about that? It does make perfect sense that just let the Alonso stuff run until it can run no more, and then Alonso's come out and gone, I wish they stopped talking about this. Like I'm not going. And then we're like, oh cool, okay, we've already sorted out Amorim. Like we'll announce that in a month or so. It just switches it's the smoke screen. It's a good smoke screen to have because he's the fan's choice. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's an interesting one, and you just don't know with Liverpool because nobody knew we were signing Gapco or Nunes, or no one knew Klopp was leaving. You know what I mean? For months, we're really good at keeping our dirty laundry out the open.
Yeah, we do a lot of things.
FSG all about smoke screens.
What Liverpool are very good at under FSG, I will say, is that they will tell you something here, but over here they're doing something else. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're very good at doing. We've seen that with transfers before. Like I remember when Jota came from nowhere because we was after Werner, but everyone behind the scenes are going, yeah, Werner. Here's Jota. It's like, oh, okay, nice. And what was it? The Chelsea player we was meant to be buying all summer, Mason Mount. So Mason Mount. Oh, here's Szoboszlai. Oh, no one said anything about that. So Liverpool do. You did, yeah. But Liverpool do that quite a lot. Hannah says you two are giving me hope. That is,
that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. On my channel, I don't know if you've watched before, Hannah, but big up. what I do like this channel, I don't have any agendas. I try and keep quite positive about stuff unless there's something not to be positive about. I get told sometimes I'm too much of a positive Liverpool fan no matter what. I don't see a problem with that, by the way. Well, I don't understand negativity at all. And sometimes I change my mind on things and people say you're flip-flopping because I changed my mind. Like, that's not allowed, which is madness to me. But then I'll bring up some things and argue points and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll always try and give hope. We'll always look for positives. We talk about the negatives. But if you just negative talk, it's just there's some good things. That Alonso's a great guy. He don't want to come. Pause. But Almorim's there and he looks like a great young coach, ready to be snatched up. Gave a big job with better footballers. And that excites me, especially under Edwards' reign. Edwards is the CEO. He's in charge. He's the boss, basically. And he's going to be running things. He's got his pal who he trusts in Richard Hughes. Richard Hughes is then hiring his scouts. And you got that behind the scenes there with their manager. This is the thing as well we've got to remember. This is their manager. It's not FSG. It's not John W. Henry and Tom Werner. Let's put them out of the picture a minute. This is Michael Edwards' manager. This is his guy. And he's going to make it perfectly sure that his guy that comes in has everything equipped to do the job the best that he possibly can. For me, there's no way that Michael Edwards is going to employ his guy, because we've got to remember, Michael Edwards is CEO now. He's not going to get his guy in, employ his guy, and come back to our football club if he weren't allowed to give his guy a bit of free rein to try and do what he needs him to do. That's why I'm quite excited about it, personally. Go on, K-Mac.
No, I agree. I mean, let's be honest. We don't really know who advised FSG to get Klopp. Like, we don't really know. And Klopp also wasn't their first choice. It was Ancelotti. So I trust Michael Edwards with anything that he decides. And if he's decided on Richard Hughes, then that's fine with me. And if he decides on Amorim, that's fine by me. Like, if he goes for a different guy, that's fine by me, because so far so good. He's not given me anything to doubt him. Nothing at all. Everything he's done at Liverpool has just been sensational. Like, it just has. Like, our best times were when he was there, like picking out players and saying who we should sign. And, just look at all the players that Klopp wanted that he never got because Edwards directed him to get other players. Yeah. They've all been hits. Like, some of them are still at the club now. Like, we got probably the best defender in the world, Virgil. That was an Edwards. That was someone Edwards wanted. That was also someone Hughes wanted, that he tried to sign from Celtic.
Yeah. Oh, you're not allowed to say
Southampton.
that.
But Southampton got him.
You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that. Oh, sorry.
No,
okay.
you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that. But
the pair of them were talking about Salah and Ali at Roma.
Yeah.
Like, way before they came.
They just couldn't get him at their club they were at. It's just that was the case. But one thing I will say, Liverpool, the second choices Liverpool usually go after are usually better than the first choices.
Yeah.
So let's just keep that there. Right, let's go through some of your chats here. Let's take a little break and go through some of your chats. As said, Jay, K-Mac. But you're cool. You don't know his name, all right? It's K-Mac. I think K-Mac's actually from Liverpool. He just moved. K-Mac just moved a long time ago. That's all. He's lost the accent a bit. How would you feel if Arsenal win the league? Terrible. To my stomach sick. I'm a Londoner, but been supporting Liverpool for 32 years. But yeah, not good, Hannah. Not good.
Just think of all just think of all the content creators that pop up if Arsenal win the league.
If we get Amorim, at least we don't have to worry about him running off to Real Madrid. I'll tell you what, this is actually a great point, because Liverpool want a manager that's not a stepping stone. This is another great point. Ruben Amorim could stay at Liverpool for quite a number of years. And that, if we go by what we're hearing at the moment, that's what Liverpool want. They want a young manager who can build with a team, have a good relationship with Michael Edwards and the sporting director and Richard Hughes, and have that good relationship that can work for years and start something new at Liverpool. So if you keep thinking about it, Ruben Amorim's the obvious choice. That's a great point, man. That's a great point. Big up. My phone's going off. That's Amazon telling me my order as is in dispatch. Beautiful.
I thought you were going to do some breaking news.
No, it's just Amazon. My order's in dispatch. Yeah, exactly, James. Exactly. If it's Amorim, then I expect the announcement soon. I expect something to be said by the end of April. I've always been on that. I think by the end of April, I think we're at, or well, you're absolutely allowed to change your mind. We all do. This YouTube game, and it's just, it's just, if you change your mind, people come at you, man. People come at you. It's horrible. It can be a bit nasty sometimes the way some people go. I know it's shocking sometimes. See if we can get more of your chats here. Why are people going at Anna? Anna's from, I believe Anna's from Belfast because she's on Twitter. Yeah, Anna's cool, man. Striker says if we do get a Sporting bet, we need some defenders as well. With Matic most likely leaving, and him playing a free at the back. Hopefully, he brings in Cassio or Diomande to pair with Van Dijk and Canate. We're going to talk about that in a minute because the formation is intriguing. Gang deep with a super. Much love to you, my friend, as always. Need a culture change at Liverpool. Ruthlessness and proactive approach to dealings on the pitch. I'm bitter due to the lack of success with the team, manager and infrastructure we had in place for the past 6 years. #win. I'm with you, Gang and deep, man. I do like emotion in sport. I think you have to keep emotion in sport, but the people behind the scenes don't have to be.
Yeah.
What I like about Edwards is cold, man.
Yeah.
Edwards would sell his mum if you could get a good price. I'm telling you right now. If Michael Edwards could get a very good price on his mum, she's aging a little bit. The legs are not quite what they used to be.
Do you want to know why Edwards was cold?
I'll get a good deal. Yeah.
Do you want to know why Edwards was cold? He was in finance. He worked in the banking sector.
And if you're in finance, you have to.
He worked with banks.
Yeah. Be up, Josh. How you doing, man? I'm so over the new manager talk. I wish we would have someone so focused on winning the league. This is the last day I'm doing it with it. This is what I'm saying. This is my final thoughts on everything. Unless we get breaking news on anything one day, then I'll do another video about it. But this is literally all I'm going to do now. And then we're going to concentrate on the rest of the season, guys. Like, you have my word about that. Unless, obviously, anything comes up, about anything there. Guys, leave Anna alone in the chat. What are we doing here? Yeah, I like your comment, man. I like your comment. I thought everyone here was just better, really. Jamie, why do you want to win on Sunday? Who do you want to win on Sunday, City or Arsenal? A draw. A draw, personally.
5-5 draw with three red cards on each team.
Do not give that bloke your sort code. If Salah gets an assist, he will be the first player in Premier League history to score 10 plus, and I think it's 20. Walk alone. I read earlier.
Yeah,
I think it's 20, or it might be 10 and plus 10 for the 20. But yeah. Salah's different gravy, man. I will never understand. I still to this day don't. Can I ask everyone in the chat? What's Troy Deeney got against Salah?
He's a moron.
Have you seen these things with Mo when he's talking about the 10 best wingers in the world, and like Mo come up and he went, "Oh, Mo 10th," like that, and then he was doing the thing.
Have you heard all the nonsense talking about Saka gets fouled more than Salah? Salah's the most fouled fouled player in the Premier League. Has been for like the last 5 seasons. Like, honestly. Salah's like, I think Salah's 1 or 2 goals behind Haaland in the goals, and he's still top assists in the Premier League, and he's been missing for about 3.5 months.
Yeah, and he's a winger.
Like
seriously,
9.
Yeah, it's just mad to me. It's absolutely
Salah
mad.
gets fouled in the car park.
I think it is anti-Liverpool. I think if Salah played for Real Madrid,
100%.
His stock would be the highest you've ever seen. Yeah, it's just mad the people that go for him. It's just mad. Like Troy Deeney said, Grealish is a better winger than Mo Salah.
Oh my God.
He literally said that. He said Jack Grealish is a better winger than Mo Salah. He's more pleasing on the eye. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you hear Troy Deeney picking himself up about him and Harry Kane?
Have you watched him get
mad.
absolutely slated by Simon Jordan, and he turned around and said, "I'd have sacked you as well for what he did at Forest Green."
Yeah,
idiot.
He gets fouled a lot more. They just don't blow for it. Hey, that's a fact, by the way.
I don't know what Salah needs to do to get a foul, if I'm honest, because they call him a diver, don't they? If he falls over.
Oh, exactly. Thoughts on Fabregas saying VVD should be in for a shout of winning Ballon d'Or, but
I don't disagree.
Fabregas is correct. I get irritated by this sort of shit, right? And I'm going to get irritated again now, right? Does anyone watch that 888 Sport YouTube channel with Roy Jennings and all that lot, right? So this week, Paul Machin was in it, Roy Jennings, Turkish, and another numpty, right? We're on Flex, I think it was. Actually, I like Flex. I know it's Man United, man.
Yeah,
I actually
he's
think
all right, but he's just
a decent bloke. Yeah, I don't mind biased. We're all biased, don't we? I don't mind that. But they were talking about. They were talking about who's the player of the season so far, right? And they had Foden in this thing, Rice in this thing, Watkins in this, and for Liverpool's representative, they had Mo Salah. And I'm sitting there thinking, is Virgil not exist? Because for me, Virgil van Dijk is the player of the year.
But it's all about you need to have goals and assists, don't you, to be in any top of anything. I don't know why, but
Virgil's
you do.
I'm going to say it right now. I don't think Liverpool would be fighting on all fronts if Virgil weren't playing all year.
No,
we've seen it when Virgil don't play, man.
We wouldn't have won a cup.
Virgil's he's different, man. He's the best defender in the world right now. He's the best player in the league right now. For me, he's the player of the year, and I don't think he's going to be in with a shout. I think he's going to give it. I think they're going to give it to Declan Rice because the English media love Declan Rice, Mr. Sideways passing, Mr. Keep it simple. Endo has got a better passing range than Declan Rice.
If they finish third, which they will, and if we won the league, and maybe the Europa League as well, so we win the treble, so to speak, are they really going to give it to Rice, or are they going to give it to Virgil or Salah? Because for me, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious who should get it just off that alone. Because I can't see Arsenal winning the Champions League. It's probably their biggest. It's probably the best chance they've got at any trophy. Is probably the Champions League.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be Rice. It wouldn't be Rice.
I know. It's mad. Did you guys see Glenn Johnson's recommending Southgate, Jamie? Yeah, it's Glenn Johnson, man.
Another idiot.
Yeah. Look, Liverpool are never going to employ an England manager. I'm just going to put that out there right now. It's Liverpool. They're not going to employ an England manager, and it's not going to be Southgate. I think Flex. Yeah, I like Flex. Yeah, United, man. He's good, man. He's good.
Mate, I've got to go, buddy. All right, mate.
Yeah, big up, man.
Big up, though. Big up the chat. Be respectful to everyone, man. Come on, guys. We're all Liverpool fans. All right. I'll catch you later, buddy, mate.
Yeah,
if you're doing that show, send us the link as well at the weekend, all right, bud?
Yeah, no worries, man.
Have
Enjoy
a good
the rest
one, man.
of your week. Yeah, see you later, man.
See you later.
Yeah, smash the likes, guys. Let's get them likes up if possible. I'd appreciate it. I don't know what we're on right now. Let's have a little look. We got 81 likes. We've got 196 people in the building. What are we doing here, guys? We've got 230 people watching in all because we've got people over on Twitter watching as well. Big up to all you guys. If you are over on Twitter watching right now, click the link and come onto the YouTube channel. Leave a like on the video. It helps the channel grow. You know, likes are really important. They're free. It's free to do. It doesn't take you a second to press that fun button. And it helps my channel out beautifully. It helps me get to that nearer 6,000 subscriber. You know, I'm trying to get to 10,000 by this time next year. That's my goal. And to get there, more of you guys need to hit that fun button, get them likes up. So, yeah, go smash up, run up them likes, guys. Run up them likes. I'd appreciate it, guys. This is a free thing, nothing to pay for you. So, yeah, just smash the likes, smash the likes. Let's read some of your chats anyway. So, yes. No, that was Hicks and Gillette who hired Roy Hodgson, wasn't it? If I remember rightly, Gang and Deep. I think it was Roy Hodgson. Yeah, they did, but he weren't directly from England, is what I mean. Yeah, he weren't directly from England. He didn't go from the England job to Liverpool, is what I mean by it. You know, Roy Hodgson was at Fulham when we employed him, I think. Yeah, I mean, and then I think he managed England after Liverpool, if I remember correctly. Didn't he go Fulham, Liverpool, West Brom, England? I think. I can't bloody remember. It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. I wouldn't mind seeing Stevie manage England next. Stevie with an international job might suit him. Yeah, run up the likes, guys. Run up the likes. That's it. Like and subscribe, guys. Hit the likes. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for the help, guys. Southgate is sponsored by a big farm. That's all we push. Oh, for goodness. Oh, man. Yeah, I get you, man. The Hodgson era was depressing. Nothing more depressing in my whole time being a Liverpool fan. On the pitch, obviously off the pitch stuff that happened was depressing, but you know, on the pitch, nothing was more depressing in my whole 32 years of supporting Liverpool. Now I'm 42, but yeah, all that time supporting Liverpool, man. No, Hodgson, man. No. What, Jamie? What do you think about the Diaz this season? Would you get rid of him? Guys, you know my thoughts on Luis Diaz. I think he's a fabulous, fabulous footballer who just needs to show us a little bit more at times, and then I'll be perfectly happy with him. Diaz winds me up and frustrates me sometimes because I know he's a talented player. You know, if Diaz was an average footballer, I wouldn't get frustrated with him at all. But I get frustrated with him because he's obviously got a lot of quality to his game. And if he showed us a little bit more, in my opinion, yeah, I would keep him. But I think Diaz is one of them players that could be sold in the summer if it was going to be a player going to make a bit of money. Jamie, what do you reckon the score would be for our game versus Brighton? Don't know if you already said. Yeah, the Brighton game's going to be interesting, guys, because look, I don't believe we've beat a Zerbi Brighton team yet, have we? Which is mad. We've been talking about Zerbi and we haven't beaten a Zerbi Brighton side yet. I believe the last time we played Brighton at home last season, we drew 3-3. Is that correct? Is that the game we drew 3-3 in? When we were 2-0 up in the game or something like that. It was a mad game of football. That's the one that Trossard got a hat-trick in, wasn't it? I don't think Brighton are as good this season. They haven't got the players they had last year. And Liverpool at home this season seem to be a different beast. I think the fans, the atmosphere, knowing that if we win that game, we'll go back top of the Premier League. And if Arsenal don't win their game against City, Liverpool will end the weekend on top of the Premier League. So I think the atmosphere is going to be incredible. I think the crowd's going to be great. And I think with all that in mind, and Liverpool should be beating Brighton. I just think it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be, it's 16 game. We've had 16, 15 days off. The players, I don't think they're going to be straight into them, smashing a granny out of them. But I do think I'd take a 2-1 win with not the best performance in the world. I'd take a 2-1 win, have that win, and move on to the next game. I prefer, personally, with 9 games to go in the Premier League, I think it's just about getting results now. It's just about getting that W, moving on to the next game. You could perform really well. We performed extremely well against Man City, outplayed them in that second half, played some of the best football we played all season, but we didn't win the game. It's all about results now. So it's going to be a difficult game because I think that gap, it's just going to make it a little bit difficult. And you never know with Brighton and the Zerbi team. But I think we'll win the game and move on to the next. Yeah, Jota's been a massive miss. I love Jota. Mr. Clinical. Super, super clinical is Diogo Jota. Usually gets a chance, gets a goal. He's been sorely missed. He will beef up our attack going into the end of the season. The rumours are that Jota could be available for the Man United game. But I think Paul Joyce tweeted something about this about 48 hours ago, that that Liverpool are hoping that Trent and Diogo Jota will be available for the Man United game, which should just be massive. To end the season with a fit Jota, that's different, man. I don't think there's many teams in the league right now who've got a player like Jota coming back into their attack. That's different. That's, going for that title. You look at City, they've got Foden and Alvarez, they're fit and playing. Liverpool have got Nunes fit now. Salah's fit. That's a big thing. Salah and Darwin never went on international duty. They've been rehabbing. They're ready to go, man. They're ready to rock and roll. They're going to do damage. And then you've got Jota coming back from the cold, back into the team. Mr. Clinical. Yeah, and Trent coming back in, Mr. Creativity. I'm pumped, man. Pumped. Oh, Anna, you didn't pick the best time. I know. In fact, I respect that even more. That is when you started supporting Liverpool when Hodgson was there. I respect that you're still a Liverpool fan today, man, because that could have easily turned you off forever. So I actually respect that. De Zerbi's first game in charge was the 3-3 at Anfield. So it was the 3. It was De Zerbi's first one. We do owe Brighton though. Let's just get the win, man. Reckon it'd be a nervy 2-1. Yeah, I think something like that as well. Yeah, Sheffield United's the game I'm looking at, guys. Sheffield United's the game I'm looking at that we got to go and smash them. We need that goal difference up. I'm looking at 4-5, 6-0 against Sheffield United, in my opinion, on a Thursday night. That's what we need there. 3-1. 2-point defect at least. I think we're bot Brighton to make a point coming off United loss. That's a good point as well. Let's see what this Liverpool team I like after that United loss, because Liverpool have not lost many games in all competitions this season. So let's see what we like. That's more important to me as well. Great point there. Great point. Better than Figo, don't you know? Exactly. Jota's the man. Yeah, if Jota played against City, I think he puts the Diaz chances away. We should have won both Manchester games, in my opinion. I agree. Yeah, Curtis Jones coming back to be pivotal. I agree with that. I think Curtis Jones has done nothing wrong this season in that midfield. That adds to our depth and that adds to our squad and that adds to our strength in that midfield area. Trent coming back adds to our strength. Jota coming back adds to our strength. Addison in a few weeks will add to our strength. We're getting these players back at the right time for this running. It's exciting times, man. I think 90 points wins us the Premier League. I'm with you, Promo. I think Liverpool, Arsenal and Man United will all still drop points towards the end of the season. I don't think either 3 of these teams are going to win their last 9 games in a row. I know Liverpool got pretty decent fixtures. City got decent fixtures. I think you could argue Arsenal might have the most difficult fixtures from now till the end. But I don't see any team winning all the rest of the 9 games. I think there's some slip-ups. City have been a bit vulnerable this season. You know, they can be beaten. Arsenal have had great momentum, but we saw last season they just slipped away a bit. But Liverpool, the thing with Liverpool, guys, even when we're at our worst, we always seem to finish seasons pretty strong under Jurgen Klopp. Even when we're not being great all season, we somehow still finish seasons pretty strong. So yeah, I'm excited, man. Kanai is better than Saliba in my own shot. Yeah, Kanai is a man. He's back as well. Gravenberch is back. That's another player we ain't spoke about. You know, Gravenberch is back fit in the squad. Kanai is back and fit. You know, we've got players coming back. It's exciting. Klopp said it himself today. It's actually quite exciting, the players we got coming back. It's positive for once, some positive news. Towards the end, I'm with you, man. It's must win. Let's just get this game won. Promo, I was a Liverpool fan under Houllier. I was a Liverpool fan under Kenny Dalglish, guys. I started supporting Liverpool in 1989-1990 season. That's when I started supporting Liverpool. So, yeah, Kenny was my man. He was my manager. Yeah, 8-0, man. Would you rather win the league and Carabao Cup and Klopp leaves, or the Europa and Carabao Cup and Klopp stays for another season? Oh, everyone else, you can answer this. Guys, get this in. Anna's question here. I want everyone in the chat to answer this as well. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat what you think. So, everyone in chat, would you rather win the league and the Carabao Cup and Klopp leaves, or the Europa League and Carabao Cup but Klopp stays for another season? What's everyone taking in the chat? For me, I think we have an excellent chance of winning the Premier League this year. I think we have an excellent chance of winning the Premier League. I don't know if we'll have a better chance next season, even if Klopp stays. So, yeah, I'm going to say win the league and Klopp bails out, man. Klopp bails out winning the Premier League. That's what, yeah, Klopp bails out winning the Premier League. Yeah, definitely. League, Klopp stays. I'd only want Klopp to stay if we win the Prem on yesterday. Yeah, the Prem is just, yeah. Yeah, Fagan won the treble that year, didn't he? James, did he win the League Cup, League One, and the Champions League? Klopp is. Yeah, I think Klopp bowing out on a high, winning the Premier League. Couldn't ask for a better script, could you? I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Do we have 5 away games? So we have got, yeah. So our next 4 Premier League games, we've got Brighton. In our next 4 Premier League games, we've got Brighton at home, Sheffield United at home, Man United away, and Palace at home. Then Fulham away, Everton away, West Ham away. Then I believe it's Spurs at home, Villa away, and Wolves at home. Is that how it finishes? Something like that. So away games, guys. So I think Liverpool go win all their home games. Exactly, Grace. You can go. Exactly. And that will happen. If we win the league, where do you rank this one in terms of difficulty? I put it in third behind Leicester's and the Aguero moment. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if Liverpool win the league with the injuries they've had, because let's say the truth here. If Arsenal had the injuries we had this season, how many we've had at the same time? It's not like we've had one injury here in a few weeks. It's like these injuries have all been at the same time. We've had to use kids, youth team. We've had to ask Harvey Elliott to play overtime. We've had to ask Luis Diaz to play overtime and burn these players out because we've got no one else. Putting 2 goalkeepers on the bench just to make a bench. If Arsenal had the same injuries, I don't think they'd be anywhere near the top of the league. I don't think they'd be anywhere near top of the league. So that will, for me, yeah, definitely. Yeah, if we equal that 20, damn right. It's mad, ain't it? We gave Man United a 30-year head start, but we could equal the amount of league titles they did in that 30-year head start. So we won one league title, which they keep reminding us, 30 years, yeah. But if we win the league this year, we've equaled 20 with Man United. Yeah, they don't say that, United fans, though, do they? They don't say that. It's not like they've gone 10 in front of us in that 30 years. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much, yeah. You caught us up, definitely, but we only need to win one more to equal you. So, yeah. With all the injuries in the PGMOL, apologies, it'll be right up there. That's very true, man. That's very true. If we win, it's going to be Hollywood season. Oh, man, it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad, man. I'm going to Liverpool in a way, so it's going to be cool. Can't wait for it. Yeah, we always have Wolves on the last game of the season when we're going for a title. It just seems to happen. Just seems to happen. Resetting news on the manager. We spoke about that at the beginning, my friend. We're basically all Ruben Amorim now. I think we've all got our hat on Ruben and hoping he's the one for the job. Yeah, that documentary they're filming at the moment, apparently that's going on Disney Plus, isn't it? I've heard. I don't know if that's been confirmed, but I think that documentary is going to go on Disney Plus. So, yeah, we win the league title with all the stories going on as well, with Klopp leaving, what's going on behind the scenes, and the injuries, and the PGMOL apologies, and all that. Oh man, that's going to be one of the best sporting documentaries ever, man. The options are Arsenal fans will say Arteta won as many titles as Klopp, or City cheated. I know what options I'm taking. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Remember the script in 2022, Gerrard was supposed to win us the league with Coutinho. Yeah, go back and watch that Aston Villa Man City game. Ollie Watkins, I hate him to this day. Ollie Watkins was one-on-one with Ederson and he messed up. If he puts that ball in, Liverpool win the Premier League because City wouldn't be able to come back enough. Oh, Ollie Watkins that day, man. Yeah. Disney gives a fairy tale ending. And on that note, I think that's the best note to leave this on, man. I think that's the best note to leave this show on. Fairy tale ending. I'm with you guys. Look, Liverpool go win tomorrow, guys. In my opinion, we're going to win tomorrow. We're going to be top of the league. And then we can all sit back and relax and watch Arsenal versus Manchester City. And hoping for a draw. And if it's a draw, we play Sheffield United on Thursday. Give us a bit more leverage. Guys, it's all positive. Let's just think positive. Let's leave the negativity for another time. Positive thoughts, guys. A win tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Liverpool getting their manager situation sorted and getting Ruben Amorim in if he's there, man. Let's go and get him. Let's get that in on the contract and then get behind the guy if it is him. But guys, that's my final take on it, man. That's my final take on this manager stuff. From now on till the end of the season, I'm just talking everything what's happening in the season now under Jurgen Klopp. League title race, Europa League race. We can still win 2 more trophies this season. We've got so much to look forward to. I can't wait. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. It's great to be a Liverpool fan right now this season. Let's worry about everything else at the end of the season. Unless there's any breaking news, and Paul Joyce comes out with something that Liverpool pick their manager, that's the only other time I'm going to talk about it. But for now, let's just put a hat on it, leave it till the end of the season, and let's enjoy this ride that we're on right now with Liverpool Football Club. Big up to everyone. You're all being absolutely fantastic. Big up to all of you. Big up to Super Favoured. Big up to you. It is 2:30 in the night. Could you sing a lullaby? What lullabies do I know? I've got kids, man. I should know lullabies. You know what I'm saying? Go to sleep. Go to sleep, you little git. Yeah. There's your nursery. There's your nursery rhyme. Good night. Enjoy it. Enjoy your sleep. guys, enjoy. If you are celebrating Easter, enjoy your Easter weekend. I hope you have a great one. I will be back Sunday night, late Sunday night stream, because I'm going to spend the rest of the Easter weekend with my family and my kids. If you guys are doing the same, I hope you have a great Easter weekend. If you do celebrate it all, have a great time. Much love for you all being here. I really do appreciate it. Guys, I'll see you again on Sunday night. Enjoy the game, guys. Up the Reds. Big up to all of you. Much love. Bye-bye.